Welcome back to the Overcomfort Podcast. I am your host, Jenicka Lopez. Thank you guys so much for joining today's episode. If you guys have seen the title, then you guys already know who is here. But before I introduce him, I do want to remind you guys and bring awareness also to everything that's going on in the world. We are having a lot of ICE raids and a lot of families are being affected by it. So if you or anyone you know is at risk or needs help, I'm going to leave a couple links in the description box so that you guys can go ahead and find out ways that you can help and support those families. Or if you guys need awareness, just, I'm going to leave that all here. Please, please, please be kind to one another. And without further adu, we have the one and only for the third time.
Run it back.
Isaac Rodriguez.
Let's go.
All right, you guys. I think this is a surprise to many. Let's just say.
This is true.
I think we're just going to say how it is.
Okay.
It is a surprise to many because I think everybody kind of knows, we had a little break. Little moment, we grew, he has his own life, I have mine. In lack of better words, we parted ways for a bit.
Yeah.
Just for healthy reasons, I would say.
In simpler terms.
In simpler terms.
Yeah. And
we're here now. We're friends.
Yeah, we're cool. I mean, obviously. Why are you laughing, bro?
Because not that it gets awkward, but it's just like now that we're past that part, it's like, all right, you guys, this is like getting back with the toxic ex.
No, it's not like that. It's like this is like what being friends like as an adult stage kind of looks like,
Which is what I want to talk about and kind of like just kind of walk people through. Obviously, there's things that had happened. There's things that everybody kind of knows about, and especially like the TikTok world. And, all my favorite people are on there, and we love all of them.
They're just great. I love all the little TikTokers and referring to the people in the chat.
No,
the comments.
The chat. Okay. Okay, well, I think just honesty.
I'm going to let you drive. I'm your passenger princess.
No.
Right now, okay? I'm going to let you drive, and wherever you go,
Isaac
we can
loves
stop.
being the princess.
Nah, that's... Whoa. Now you're going to drive that narrative.
Jackie, let me know.
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
Think that, bro.
No, honestly, okay. I think that... I don't even... Okay. I wanted to keep it between about me and you. Obviously, there's obviously like other factors that played into it, and I genuinely believe that there was just a lot going on that obviously poured into our friendship, which obviously sucked.
Yeah.
And I think I'll take accountability and acknowledge the parts that, I obviously took a step back and did what I had to do for my own peace of mind and whatever, and always praying and hoping for the best. Because at the end of the day, like, we did live together. Like, the Isaac that you guys know is not the Isaac that I know.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it hurt me more, like what was going on and like how things turned out to be, because the guy, like Isaac, you guys see is obviously a different Isaac. It's a new and better Isaac. It's, he grew. But in my head and in my heart, it was always that guy that, my guy best friend, the one that lived with me. Like, we had hookah nights. Like, he was there for my anxiety attacks. Like, he was there for a lot of things. So losing that part of me and losing you, and like, I never had a best guy straight friend. I have gay friends, but... questionable. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah, bro.
I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm sorry. This is why I brought him, guys. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he was and is my best guy friend. Like, he was the one that I ran to, and I feel like we have and had a connection that like not many people can like understand, and you understand me and I understand you.
For sure.
But I do want to tell you publicly also, because you also did something for me publicly, and I think it would be fair if I did the same thing in return. Obviously, I'm just going to say it for what it is. I'm a grown-ass person. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
That live remember I messaged you about the live that Wilito had with the therapist, and then everybody in the Waka house was there, and like everyone kind of just shitted on me and like everything.
Yeah.
I do want to say that Isaac was also the only person, and maybe a couple, I want to say Shadi a couple times, also did clear out and defended me, and because a lot of that shit wasn't true, and it's still not true about who I am or who my family is, or that I stole, or that I put cease and desist, or this and that, or that I was just an evil person. Isaac was one of the main people that came out and also defended me and my family. So I wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate that,
of course,
because you didn't have to.
Yeah. And like, to preface that, it's also like at that time we weren't talking at all. So I did that because I genuinely knew the truth, and I knew that it wasn't fair for you guys to be kind of like a casualty of war at the time, when I really felt like you guys really had nothing to do with it. So I felt like it was the right thing to do. Right.
And Isaac, obviously, I mean, you were there. You've been around my family. You've been around me. And obviously you lived with me. So it's like, firsthand. But I did want it as just, that was in my mental note. Like, I do want to publicly say thank you. Yeah. No, because it was a pivotal, because you know what? And I think you could agree to this. Like, TikTok is no joke. Everybody, like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the only person that was really happy that it was gonna get banned, and I know that sucks to say, but like, I know, and I thought, no, bro, I know that's why, because I thought about you. I'm like, but damn, Isaac makes money from here, like a lot of people do, which sucks. But I was also like, I cannot wait till everybody's a kind person again. Like, there's so many like hateful people on there, and the hate that I was receiving, and I'm sure that you were too, about just things and you get to this day, and the shit that I get to this day. It felt good knowing that, like, damn, like, okay.
Yeah, it's over now.
It's over now, and like he knew, and like it lifted something. Obviously, that still didn't end.
No, it's crazy because like when that happened, I was with Jackie in San Diego, and then it was like a moment where you couldn't, like, it just went black. I was sitting there, I was just like, damn, like everything that I like thought was so like, as far as like opinions and what people thought about me and stuff like that, I'm like, it's over. Like, I can't see what they say about me anymore. It's legit disappeared.
No.
It was like a pressure, or not like a pressure because I don't feel pressure to do it, or like it just felt like everything that, because at one point it was something that, things that you're involved in, like drama and stuff like that, when you're in it, it does, like, it stays in your mind. And then for it to just kind of like disappears, like, oh, it really doesn't matter, what people think of you and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that's like, but that's the thing, when it's your living, you constantly have to be there looking at it. And it's like, fuck, like, this is my living. I don't want people to think this about me.
Yeah.
How am I going to fix it or whatever?
Because it's like, I use TikTok. Obviously, I post and, I go live, people clip stuff or whatever. But I use TikTok to laugh and have a good time.
I do too, bro.
And I love TikTok.
I'm like over here looking at cooking recipes. Like, damn.
I use stuff how to fix my battery or some bullshit, or like cooking stuff too. And then,
bro,
it was like a bittersweet a love-hate relationship, because obviously you're able to make money, or you're able to, you need it, some form of social media. But yeah, there is, like, when you are involved in it, there's like a bad aspect.
Bro, I had to change my algorithm. Like, I had to, have you gone in there and done the refresh your For You page, bro? I had to, like, and I'll say it loud and clear. I was like, and I've even told you too, like, I had to like unfollow and do whatever I had to do, because I didn't want to see nothing. Like, it was such a bad energy or type of like toxicity that I just didn't feel like was healthy for me. And like, I battle with anxiety and like, I've been in this for a while, so just like, I don't want anything. Like, I wish everybody well, and I've even told you that too, and I even told Jackie too, because Jackie has reached out to me, and she's dope and cool, and love and respect to Jackie. I don't know how you put up with it, but you do.
Oh, bro, don't tell her that. Do not tell her that.
Because I wonder, I'm like, damn, like, I know I've lived with that man. Like, damn.
Yeah, Jackie.
She's a keeper. She's a good one.
She loves me, yeah.
She loves you.
She loves me a lot.
How's it going? I want to know.
Yeah,
with you
I would
guys.
say, just like any other relationship, we have our discussions,
Of
as we like to
course.
call them, our
Of
heated
course.
debates. But no, I think she's a special person. And it's crazy. I like when TikTok was always like, damn, I really met you because of this app, technically.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all this transpired because I started, filming and I met certain people and then that brought me to you. But it does feel like a one of a kind person you meet. I love her so much. And we're going strong.
Mm-hmm.
And
What is it? A year and something?
yeah, it's like a year we're going into February, so like a year and like 3 months.
Dang.
Yeah.
Imagine you forgot.
Oh
It's
my
weird.
God.
TikTok's gonna remind you.
Don't get me into another heated debate.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back with more Isaac. Welcome back, you guys. And it was so funny because me and Isaac go to the same exact gym.
Yeah.
And the times we would just like
Run into each other.
we were like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Like-
it's like very complicated because I felt like my issue, there were things that I was upset about with you,
Right.
but I felt like my real frustration or anger was never directly towards you.
Right.
And that sucked because it was just kind of like, as I said before, it was like you were a casualty of another friendship that I had, and you were
Right.
kind of like stuck in the middle, and it just kind of felt like, well, I have to let go of that for sure.
Right.
And you were in the middle of that.
Right.
And
I think that's what is important about also having individualism and separating relationships and
Absolutely.
having that open communication. And I just literally got to a point one day where I was like, I saw you at the gym. I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm so done. I was like, Isaac,
Yeah.
let's talk. Like, let's talk. I don't even know how many months it was that we weren't talking, but I was just like, you know what? Like, let's just clear it up for the sake, because you're a good person.
Yeah.
You're a good friend, and I love you, and like I love the growth, and I love to see the things that you're doing. And it would suck for me. It's like, damn, like these are things that he dreamed of while he was living with me, and that I wish that I was a part of.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not saying it like out of jealousy or whatever. Like, I'm so proud of you and everything that you've done and that you continue to do, and you're still grinding and whatever the case may be. I just knew that for my heart, like, and for my friendships and this new space that I was going into, that I was like, you know what? Like, I don't want to just end something that was so good like that, and I think that's important in friendships, is having that open communication and just being straight up, especially with someone that you live with or someone that you're just super, super close with that knows everything about your life.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if you want to speak into that about, communicating and all that.
Yeah, I think that's something I kind of like what I said in the beginning. Friendships kind of like change throughout the stages of your life,
Which is normal.
It just kind of happens like as you grow older. And not that it's to say that I'm an old man, because that's another thing people say.
No, but it's
I'm
different.
old, I'm unk.
No,
People call me Theo,
you're
bro.
stupid.
I ain't
No,
your Theo,
but we're not
gang.
21. We're not 19,
Exactly.
and like you're changing.
Sure,
Yes,
exactly. So it's like you get into relationships, or certain situations happen to where it's just like each situation is different. But I think as I grew older, to me, something that I felt like I developed a lot more was a lot of empathy and understanding. So like even when you told me like, hey, I'm gonna follow you, or hey, I gotta do this, like, okay, like if that's something that you need to do for your own sake and your own mental health, then I understand, I get it, even if I don't understand it, like, hey, if that's what you need, I want what's best for you. And I feel like that's what I try to do with all my, I would say, genuine friendships, is like, or anyone that I approach that I feel like I have a relationship with, is like, hey, my foundation with you is I care for you, I love you, I want the best for you. So whether if I understand it or don't understand it, whatever you got to do, if that's what's best for you, then okay, like it is what it is. And I think when I feel like now we're just kind of like talking about like mending relationships, and even if you were to have like, let's say, differences, or you have some sort of I don't know, misunderstanding, certain situations to happen, I think it's just all goes back to your foundation. If you love this person, you care for them, you want what's best for them, then someone has to put their pride down.
Exactly.
Someone has to go up to the other person. And even if you feel like it's your fault or it isn't your fault or, whatever happened, if you're willing and you care for that person, it's just like, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry. What can we do? Let's talk. And I feel like that was a good sign, for you coming to me that I was like, okay, that takes a real person to be like, hey, I don't give a fuck how I look like. Because I'm pretty sure up leading to those moments, you're just like, bro, I'm going to look like an idiot. He doesn't want to talk to me. Like,
of course.
This and X, Y, and Z about this situation. But to me, it was just like, wow, like, that's real from her. She really does care for me, because someone who really didn't doesn't give a fuck and would just like go on about their life.
Of course. And I think now it's like respecting each other's boundaries as well. Like whatever it is, like in your friendship, or in this case, like certain people or certain things that might be said or whatever. And I think it's obviously like how you said, going back to the foundation and going back to the base. Like to me, it's always going to be like me, you, Jenicka days. Like that's all. That's my picture. That's my idea. That's always going to be what it is, because that's who I know, who you are, versus obviously like TikTok and all this stuff. I don't know who this man is. He's weird. I'm just kidding.
That's like the whole thing about TikTok, is that they get a perspective of 30 seconds, 2-minute clip, and you form an opinion about a certain
They
individual.
have your whole life planned. They know where
you're this. You're the worst person.
Yes.
You're Satan's son. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, they draw their conclusion about you from 2 minutes of a clip. And I understand, like, there's an aspect to it towards like, they have no other thing to draw from except for what they see online.
Absolutely.
So, even I got clipped the other day. What? Oh my God. So my frustration, like, I have absolutely no hate or have no offense to anybody that I've collaborated with, that I've hung out with. Like, hey, to each their own. I may have a different opinion on certain things, but I don't hate any creator or anything like that I like. I have nothing but good to say about everybody. Okay. But I realize, I'm like, my frustration is with the comments, with the people in the chat, because you guys say things that I'm like, well, that's fucking insane for you to say. That's crazy. So then I started to roast the chat. And I said, oh, that's why you mad just because you're... And I started to make fun of their toes and shit like that. Trolling, obviously.
Oh, I think, okay.
I said, your toes throwing gang signs and, so... and, like, what people don't know about me, or I feel like, I think by now they would catch up, but they don't, is I'm very sarcastic. Like, that is the number one. That's how I kind of like show my love towards people. Is like, once I can start like kind of teasing you and picking at you, like, that's my love language of like, hey, you're my friend, you're in my inner circle. And, like, I can pick at you, you can pick at me, and we go back and forth. And they clipped it in a certain way, and they're like, oh, Isaac talks about this person.
Right.
And oh my God, I was getting cooked.
Yeah, because it's just what that clip is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they don't see the context or whatever. They weren't on the live or...
Yeah, so it's crazy, because, people will just form an opinion about you in the 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or, sometimes people just say things that just aren't simply true.
All right.
And then people just run with it, and you're just kind of like a bystander of that, and they don't really see, like, going back to what you were saying, it's like they don't really know or see, like, hey, the things that you've done for me, the things that, like, I've done for you, the things that you've done for other people online and stuff like that. And that's why, like, to us, I feel like it's always easy to just be like, hey, like, let's cut the bullshit, let's try to work things out. Like, you're a person that is not prideful, that is humble. Because I think, if anything, what had drawn me to you and our friendship, it was like, wow, like, despite you having all these things, like, you were always simply humble. You were always simply a person of just like, hey, I want to help you out, which is, the reason why I'm here today. And, some people know that, some people don't. But, those are things that, like, I will always stand for what's right and what's true. So that's why in that moment when they were saying certain things to me, it was like, nah, like, I know how this person is. I know it may look like a certain thing, and because they don't know you like how I know you or your family and stuff like that, but to me, it felt like, nah, I'm always gonna stick to what's right and what I believe is true,
Right.
no matter if I know this person for 10 years or I know this person for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Right.
You know.
Which is obviously important. I think it's like, again, the basis of any friendship. And I do want to clarify something because I already know that they're going to get mad at me. I hear it. I see it about the TikTok ban because I want to go into it with you about, obviously it was a wake up call
Yeah.
for like a lot of people, a lot of creators that depend a lot on TikTok and the creator fund. I'm not happy, obviously, that people were losing their jobs. Technically, I do not. I want to make that clear. Obviously, someone that like, because then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you make a lot of money and whatever." Like, no, I already know how it's gonna get. No, I don't. I'm not happy about that. Obviously, it's just in another perspective and in another world. It's like, I feel like TikTok is the most toxic app that there is out there.
Yeah.
So in that sense, that's why I'm saying that. But obviously you've built a lot of your career and obviously, you have your other job and you do your stuff on the side. Was it a wake up call? And like, was it like, oh shit, like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, definitely. It's just like that saying of like, don't keep all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So to me, if anything, it woke up something in me, like a new challenge.
Right.
Because obviously I've been doing TikTok for what it feels like 2 years now. And it just kind of felt like repetitive, like, oh, going lives, posting on TikTok. So if anything, I was never like scared.
Right.
Because I remember like, Lito would always be like, bro, is it really going away? Is it really going away? Like, I'm his new source. I'm Lito's NBC, Fox 5, like his
He's
CNN.
such an idiot.
Anything that he needs information on, I'm his source. So I'm like, bro, like, I genuinely think it could go, like, there's a possibility, like,
Of course.
at first it was, you hear something and then they were talking about the band like from last year that was gonna happen.
Right.
So nobody thought it was, but then
Everyone thought it wasn't gonna happen.
And it did, and then I was never fearful. Like I'm like, okay, it could happen, but I'm just all right. It's a new challenge. It's a new opportunity for me to, and I just found like that's what God put in my heart or resonated a lot in my mind. It was like, all right, I need to try to do something new. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's streaming, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I mean,
Is that where you're
I feel like
focused
going
at
back
right
to
now?
what you were saying is like, you can like something and not like everything about it, Like, I love TikTok, but is there bad? Hell yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about it. And, it's okay.
It's your favorite app. It's everybody's favorite app.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a wishy-washy, but all my respects to everybody that,
Yeah.
make their money and this is what they do. Go for it. Just have a plan B because we really don't know. I truly don't believe that, like, I mean, I don't know.
I was thinking about the people that would go like there's guys.
Oh yeah, there's people that are live all day.
Yes, all day.
I'm like,
those people,
damn,
like,
you guys
oh
are about to
my
be
God.
so bored.
Yeah. Oh God, like what are you gonna do?
And then Instagram was already starting like their little monetization, like with reels and stuff. I was like, damn, they're really trying out here. Or if not, they're all going to Snapchat. Everybody's out there
but
too.
Snapchat is like there's a whole process of
My God,
it's
I
not
know.
like TikTok. I feel like is the app that it was so easy to blow up on, and then obviously make money.
Of course,
you can literally go on live and be live 24 hours, then you could probably make good money.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, we've seen it. But,
yeah.
Did it? Okay, so are you and Jackie still having your YouTube channel or not?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do. The last time we filmed something, it's hard because we're not with each other all the time.
Okay.
That is the difficult part for sure.
All right.
The last time we filmed was already like a month ago, and we went to Big Bear with
Oh yeah.
That was our last video. But now I'm kind of like taking, because the whole point of the channel was like to do stuff together. But then if I wanted to do stuff by myself,
to do it,
then I could do it, and then if she wanted to do stuff by herself, she could do it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, babe, because sometimes like at least with Jackie, she's been doing it for so long. It's like 10 plus years doing social media. So it's like, if we can film, we can film. But to me, it's like I'm just starting, and I'm so excited about, like creating storytelling, filmmaking, and stuff like that. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. And now we have this YouTube channel, and I tell them, like, if you don't want to film, I'm gonna film. So I do have some videos lined up, and you will be seeing me more on YouTube and rather than TikTok. I feel like.
There There you
But
go.
no, my passion for that is still there.
That's good though. Also, honestly, today's also a very happy day for Isaac because his Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. I told him, I literally messaged him yesterday. I said, if they lose, please just don't come because he gets in the worst moods ever. Like,
yeah.
So this is a great day for him. So congratulations.
That's why I'm wearing green.
To you, yes.
Wait, you see the girl is green too.
All right. That is the ugly. He's over here trying to be fade.
Right. You know what pisses me off too that people say? They're like, oh, you're trying to be Bad Bunny. So he's trying to be like me, gang. I promise you, every time I put some on, it's not a coincidence. Like a couple days after, he's wearing like the same type of like vibe that I'm wearing. Right. I'm like, bro.
So do you think like he just has you like you think he's like, oh, let me go.
I think he has
Isaac made you look.
I think he has a hate account towards.
You're so. Isaac,
like,
you think you're the hottest shit.
No. That's not it. The thing is that like. I've never said I look like Bad Bunny. People call me Yandel too.
You're such cap because you've told me that this man is a liar, you guys.
Listen, the only thing that me and Bad Bunny have in common is that we're both Pisces, okay? When people say I look like Bad Bunny, I never said
I don't think anybody has ever said you look like Bad Bunny.
Jenicka. I can go to my comments right now.
Whoever commented that, delete it now. That you are not what? That man is 6'3".
Okay,
you're like half.
Said that we had the same physical stature. Okay, clearly, I fall short in that.
The tattoos are very similar, though. Exactly. I will say, like the everything. Yeah.
I was getting that first. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not sure how he sees me, or someone sends my stuff as like inspo. But like I started wearing like nice color shirts, like cropped. Who started wearing crop shit now?
Everybody.
But I was doing it first.
Okay, so are you gonna go to Puerto Rico and tell him?
I want to.
Are you gonna see?
There's no hate on my side.
Oh it's all my love. God, this guy.
Benito, if you're watching, it's all love. But like, just tag me. You know,
no,
like,
we do love you. We do love you. Yeah. #1 fans. Right here, right here.
Listen, if you want me to come up on stage and I'll be like, oh my God, they're like the doppelgangers are together. You know, like when. Okay, but yeah.
No, there's a doppelganger at the gym though. For you,
like me?
Yes.
Who?
It looks like what's his name? Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. And you made a baby, like together, and it was you, and there's just shorter. No, he's short. No, he's short, but he's buff. He's like how buff you would want to be, like buff, like buff. I have to show you.
Nah, but it's funny because I've never seen anyone. That both looks like me.
Oh, there's a lot of people that look like you.
Who? Okay,
you and Manny.
They look like me at the gym.
Yeah,
all right, that's
you guys are, you guys are,
Now we want to talk about celebrities, then okay, like, you know.
Okay.
Being that ass.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Isaac. Welcome back, you guys. Right, it's just when you've like known someone this long and like he said at the beginning, like we could pick on each other all day long. The same thing about you picking on whoever's toes you're picking on is the same way he would pick on my feet. If I didn't get a pedicure in the house and Isaac would see me walk around, he's like, you better go get those ugly ass dogs fixed,
I would
bro.
just say, I just hope you're not wearing sandals. How we putting socks on?
Isaac is my biggest hater, I swear to God.
Yeah.
All right, so I think a needed update. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of needed. Obviously, I saw Al and I's podcast. You did amazing with Jackie. Obviously, you talked about everything, how you came here, what you're doing. I want to know what is in Isaac's plan right now. Obviously, it's still the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
Yeah.
How is it like? How's the house situation? What do we, are we... Jackie, we're moving to San Diego.
Okay,
what career? What are we doing?
Listen, I'm doing a whole lot this year.
Okay.
Right? I'm doing the most this year. Okay? I'm doing the most. I want to do literally everything that I possibly can.
All right.
Because I feel like one thing that I feel like God has just put in my heart, and that it's funny. I was having this conversation with Jackie the other day, and I'm like, I just can't sleep at night. Because I just have all these ideas of what I want to do. And I felt like I left a lot on the plate last year of
Okay.
of what I could have possibly done, and maximizing my potential. And I think as that I get older, I realize like how just time kind of passes by,
Yeah, bro.
and I'm like, wow, I remember being with Wilito, it's like seeing how young he is, and I can remember like being his age, and it felt like yesterday. To be honest, I remember being 2021, and to fast forward 6 years later, now being 27, I was like, damn, that time went by fast.
Dude, we're gonna be 28 this year.
Yeah, being 28.
I'm scared.
Listen, okay, people make fun of me for obviously being a little
The oldest
older,
one
like
in the
being,
house
yeah,
and all that.
yeah. But I'm not afraid to be old or like be older. I know a lot of people like fear
Like
for that.
around young people or just growing up in general?
Just saying in general, like,
Yeah.
people like, obviously my girl talks about like, oh my God, eventually I'm gonna be 30. And I don't see it like that, because to me it's just like, all right, I feel like I'm gonna be a lot more wiser, a lot more richer. Like, I feel
Right.
I'm gonna be good when I'm 30. I'm
Right.
gonna be happy. I feel like everything that I'm doing right now is going to create the life that I want to live when I'm that age. So I don't really have a fear like everybody has, But as far as like this year, I want to do everything that I possibly can. I want to take more risk. And I was saying the aspect of like social media, storytelling. And this is also something I was telling Jackie in regards to that. I'm like, I can't sleep. I just have this urge to create, to storytell.
That's awesome.
And I told her, I'm like, one thing that I feel that God has put like a gift in me is to see the good in others. And I want to tell, other people's stories.
Yeah.
I want to create, whether if it's through a podcast or not, I wouldn't say like a podcast like format, but like through video, through storytelling, and tell that person's story and show the good that they have. Because I feel like that's something that I'm just able to do. I'm able to see someone and be like, yo, you're this, you're that. And, that's many conversations that I have either with Jackie or with Lita. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I think you should have this person on stream, or you should do this with that person because they're funny, or because of that, or I think it'll be
like
good.
some type of encouragement.
Yeah. So I think in regards to that, that's something that you guys will see more from me is, just filming, telling stories, a lot more on YouTube, as I was saying before, TikTok, just everything that I can do, whether for streaming. And I just want to be able to maximize this time, and just to be able at the end of the day, whether if it's 5 years from now, just be like, yo, I took advantage of that time. I made the most out of it. And if it went good, it went good. If it didn't, it didn't, as long as I'm able to say.
Which is funny, not funny that you say, but not like when you were talking about it, I remember like when you first moved over here, you were so depressed.
Yeah.
Like, and you had no idea what the hell you were going to do. Like, so saying that you stay up at night now, having a vision and having these like creative ideas is such a shift to what you were, who you were when you got here.
Yeah.
And it's like, now it's like, okay, because you would be freaking out.
Yeah.
You would freak out about like, what am I going to do? Like this and that. Like you had no idea. And it's like now, like, not that you have a plan because it's obviously, but you have more vision. You have the drive to like, to do these YouTube videos or whatever it is, the Twitch and all that. Like, and I'm just happy. I'm happy and I'm very proud friend because I've seen him come a very long way in a personal aspect. Yeah. And
but can I tell you something?
What?
That, it's like, I still worry.
Of course. I think, yeah.
I still have those moments where I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'll even take off or if I'll even be this person that I see myself like in my visions. And that kind of like plays into that, like to staying up at night. And I just say that because it's just like, yeah, at one point, it's kind of like as you grow, the things you worry about are different.
Right. But the difference is that at that time, you were scared to take risk.
Yeah.
And now that you're not.
Yeah. No.
Like you have a lot of risks that you want to take.
Yeah.
And you're like, whichever one, boom, like goes. So and even to get from there to where you're at now is like a huge sign of growth because it takes a lot for a person to come out of that type of mentality too. Like, of like, okay, like, because a lot of people are scared of failure. And I feel like that's like, you have to take the risk. And if you fail, you fail, and that's fine. But if you don't know if you don't try.
That's the thing. You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know if it, like, even, and that's why you just have to get through that mental block and whatever you do in life.
Right.
Like, when I would say in my relationship, when I was driving fucking 3 hours just to go see Jackie, to me, when I met her, it was like, wow, I love this. I love the way she makes me feel. And it makes absolutely no sense. Even where I was at, like in my career doing social media, it made no sense to get in a relationship unless it was going to be one of those like fake relationships that people do.
Right.
But to me, it was like, I just know this is something that I just have to do. And I would hate. And this is something I always told Jackie, I'm like, the thought of not knowing overcomes my fear every time. The what if of like, but what if it does amazing? You're like, what if this goes well? Will always be my, but damn, what if it always goes bad? You know, what if this literally is the worst decision I ever make? It's like, I have to know. So,
but that's just us as humans, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally.
But some people are like, I'm too scared to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And you just have to get through that mental block. So if it's a relationship, or you want to post on social media, or like, you know, you want to do something in your career, go to school, quit your job, start a business, you just have to get through that mental block of like, damn, what if it goes bad? But what if it goes amazing?
Yep.
What if it's the best decision you ever made? To me, it was like, I always go back to, thank God I fucking moved out of Miami. Thank God I moved in with you. Thank God I, you know, just took that risk. Because if I hadn't, I'll be fucking miserable over there.
You'd be sitting on a computer talking to, what's her name?
To Amy, bro. Like, I'll be working a 9 to 5, bro. Not that there's anything wrong, but to me, I would just always knew that was just not for me. I just could not do that. I was really rotting in my old life because I just knew the things that I aspired for were just not there.
Right. And now you're here.
Yeah. And we're now in this big, amazing. You have a beautiful house.
Thanks. This is okay. You guys want to know? This is Isaac's first time in my actual house, bro.
And you know what the nurse she had to say, bro? She tried to say, "Oh, this could have been your room." You know damn well, bro.
I was showing him the house. I was just like, "Yeah, that could have been your room, but it's not." No, but crazy. I do want to tell you, if you know, anytime. My doors are always open. My heart is always open for you.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be willing to, like, I don't know, just be there for you.
Yeah.
And every aspect and every way. Even if I'm not there, like, you know, I just want you to know that you have somebody here that still loves you and still cares for you and believes in you.
I appreciate that.
In ways, like, that nobody can understand. Like, and the same way with me, like, you know me in ways that a lot of people don't understand. And I appreciate. And I think there's just been a lot of growth, even in your personal relationships, but more specifically, obviously, in our friendship here. Like, I'm grateful for what happened, and I'm grateful that we were able to, you know, be grown.
Yeah, because the way I see it is like, now that we've been through a situation like that where we kind of like separated ways, where you had your faults, I had my faults. It's like, now we know something like that will never happen again.
Exactly.
You know, it's something that you kind of grow through. You learn and you move on.
Healthy communication.
Exactly. And also, like, hey, if something happens, you know, I'll talk to Wilito, and, you know, we have a room for you to. Okay.
You know what? Honestly, I am okay where I'm at in my corner.
I'm just saying, a rainy day.
Hey, you know.
I'll put in a good word, and, you know, we can make it happen. We'll put a spot.
Look,
have your thing.
I think. Podcast. We should, I think that Wilito also should be, I
guess.
We gotta.
Yeah, why not?
In case everybody's asking. No, but honestly, I would love to. I feel like, again, like, I'm in a space, and maybe a lot of people can't recognize it or see it because they don't know me, but I am in a space of, like, I just want to, like, clean slate, like, wish well for everybody. I'm the last person to wish malintent on anybody. I love and care for everyone, and I would do it all over again. For you, and because of what the loves that I received from you, and you know, I'm just happy, you know, I can like talk to you about, like, you know, my problems and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So what's relationships look like for you?
Oh, here he goes, because our last podcast was about What was it? We were talking about something about dating,
Yeah.
guys and dating or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? As I'm getting older,
Okay, give us your recap for last year.
last year, my dating recap.
Your dating recap.
All right, so I probably went on about like 3 dates.
Okay.
No. Yeah, 3 dates.
3 dates.
One was the first date. He got 2 second dates. 3 got my number. But this year's there's nobody. Everybody's there.
How'd you meet?
Through friends.
Through friends.
Yeah, but that
No
doesn't
dating
matter
apps?
anymore. No, I did do a dating apps, but I was just there, and this is not it.
Okay.
I don't recommend it. I mean, if it's for you, go for it.
So you feel like meeting someone through a mutual is the best?
No.
way?
I
not.
don't. I mean, it could be a way. But I also feel like because there's that middle person, that person's gonna always be that middle person that like. I mean, unless they're grown and know how to communicate.
Yeah.
But I feel like because I had that experience that person wasn't like emotionally available or like mature, that it was always that going to communicate through that middle person. And probably on my part too, because like I'm obviously going to go and cheese me out and tell them like what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
But I do think it takes a lot of emotional maturity to like separate the two. But dating wise, I think this year I'm over people that are younger than me. I do need a lot older than me. Yes, I can't, Isaac.
How old were these guys that you went on these?
I dated.
Look at me getting the
26.
Bitch.
Okay, I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm 27, right? I'm going to turn 28. So 27, 26, and that was pretty much it.
27,
26.
Okay.
But
What's
now,
the oldest?
ooh, I can't give you all that info now.
What you mean?
I'll tell you off camera.
Bro.
Anyways, but no, honestly, I'm taking it easy. And maybe I think my problem is, and I realized that yesterday, is that I overly communicate how I'm feeling. And I think that can come off as like a little
give
bit
an
pushy.
example. What's that
Okay.
mean?
Like I share, like if I don't like something, I say I don't like it. Like,
And the reason why.
yes. And then like that person, okay, great. You got it there. Then something else happens that bothers me, not necessarily that I don't like, but I express it. And this is like talking stage though. Okay. So I think I overly communicate and it scares people off, or they're just not.
Say like, okay, we go on the first date and then you tell me, oh, I don't, or no, say because talking stage is a little
Okay,
past.
so look.
Give me an example. I'm trying to see
An example.
like
Okay,
your
cool.
shoes right now.
You know what really bothers me?
Okay.
Is that when someone watches my stories or replies to my stories but won't reply to my text first.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so you tell them, hey, I don't like the fact that you watched my story, but you didn't reply to
that
me.
is one of my like.
Okay.
That's something I don't like. I feel like whatever. Okay, cool. There's that. But then it's also like in other forms of communication, like I get that you don't have to talk every day. Every day.
No, but hold on. I want to go back to this over communicating. So you said you tell them, hey, I don't like that you reply to my story, but don't text me. So where do you go from there? Like, do you over
Okay,
communicate
I'm sorry.
that?
Okay, that person says, I'm sorry. Okay, this is like, you know, I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't like that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm letting you know that I don't like it. So
Yeah.
let's not let it happen again.
Okay.
But then another thing happens where it's like, oh, you didn't text me for like a lot of the day.
Okay.
A lot of the day.
Like 8 hours pass by, a whole work shift.
Yes, exactly. Which I still don't feel like anyone is too busy. Like,
sure.
or doesn't look at their phone. That's the shit
Absolutely.
that bothers me. The excuse
Yeah.
that, oh,
I wasn't on my phone.
I wasn't on my phone all day.
Cap.
I know, like, you
Cap.
like, be for real. But you know what? I'm just gonna, I've expressed it how I don't like feeling, because I think my thing is that I don't like feeling ignored, especially as if I'm like, if the line is like, we've already shared our intentions in dating. You already know what I want. I know what you want. Like, we're kind of on the same page. So when you're kind of just like a little bit ghost, you're acting a little weird.
Listen, I relate to that because I think this is some me and you share. It's like the moment you make us feel like not important or insignificant, it's like, I bet.
Exactly. Thank
I
you.
bet.
Thank you. You see, he gets me.
Hey.
It's because it's like I could play the game.
Yeah.
I'll play the game too.
Facts.
But what was told to me before isn't what's happening now.
Yeah.
So we're switching up. All right, cool.
Okay.
Like I got it.
So then when you communicated that,
I communicated that, and then it comes off as like everything is kind of like a little bit judging or
okay.
like I'm probably like they get scared.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I try to do like healthy communication because you already know, like I'm used to hiding or like keeping things to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm just like, especially in a relationship, I feel like it's super essential to have that. Like, hey, like,
Yeah.
this is what I like and what I don't like. If this is something that you're not going to fuck with or that you can't get past
Yeah.
or can't handle, then let me know.
Yeah.
Because this is the type and certain communication that I need.
Yeah. And then can I give you some hope?
Yeah, tell me.
All right. Some hope for your dating life. You will find that person that is understanding of how you are.
Of course.
Because like when you want to be with somebody, you'll look over past their flaws, their imperfections, because you're like, hey, you know what? A life is better with them than without them. And I feel like that's my, I would say, my reason as to why me and Jackie have been together for, a year.
Right.
It's not that we've had a perfect relationship. It's more of like we've shown our nakedness, our imperfections.
Your truths.
Yeah, our truths, our bad, our past. And it's a like, hey, in spite of all of that, in spite of, her immaturities, the things that she has fallen short as, to me, it's like, hey, I still want to stay. I still want to work it out because life is better with you than without you. So you will find that person that will deal with your over communicating and learn together and grow together, because that's the whole point. And it's like, I feel like dating now, it's like either you come perfect or this ain't it.
Sadly, yeah. And I think more for me too, because I feel like I've been through too much.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time to be like going back and forth. Like if you got problems, like I get it. Like it's having, your little issues are fine.
Yeah.
But if you haven't like worked through them, or like if you're not at like a certain point, like I'm sorry, but you're not cut for it.
Yeah.
But, we're going to see how it goes. I'm hopeful this year.
And I'll say this and then we can move on to the next thing. But it's like we live in a generation of like, in the past, people broke things and they fixed it.
Yeah.
Now things are broken and then we replace it with new things.
Yeah.
So
but I can't be a fixer. And that's my problem,
for sure. But it's obviously two people coming together, and that's where you need to make a decision on whether things, hey, I can deal with this or you can't, because you have to have some self-awareness as like, I can't deal with this. Like, this is just too much. I got to step away.
Yeah.
I
agree. Honestly, in your list of dreams and risk in your little podcast or Twitch or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you should do like hotlines.
Oh, I'm down.
Of like dating.
Yeah, we can do streamware and then people call in.
Yeah.
I just got to get a new number.
Please, can you invite me? Please, I'll give the girl perspective. You give the guy perspective.
Yeah, we can do a stream like that. That's cool.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
All right, you guys. No, but I really appreciate you coming out here and welcoming you into my home.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate, obviously, you having that communication with me and putting our relationship first before anything.
Yeah.
And I love you, and I love everything that you're doing. Again, so very proud. Please share your socials. Share, if everybody wants to catch up and see what he's doing and, his little leprechaun ass, just keep watching him and just everything. He's just great sometimes.
Anyways, listen, when you're not watching Jenicka and her TikToks or her podcast, you can find me on TikTok and on Twitch, Isaac Made You Look. And then if you want to watch a long form video of me and my friends or, what's coming up, then you can find me on J and I Vlogs. J as in Jackie and I as in Isaac Vlogs, okay? On YouTube. I promise you more video. I'm going to have Jenicka on a video too. So you're going to see me and Jenicka do more content.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah. You're so and that's why people you give people the reason to clip you, bro.
But the thing is that I love it. I troll so much. It
is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. If you guys felt anything, if you guys agreed with anything, please make sure you guys comment, leave a review, follow, subscribe to Isaac, follow, subscribe to the podcast, show love and support. Don't forget, you guys, if your family is also in the middle of, can be affected by the ICE raids, please be safe. Please know your rights. Please make sure you guys have a plan and action. Take care of all your documents. Whatever it is, I'm going to leave the link right here so that you guys can go ahead and find resources. But without further ado, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye. Overcomfort Podcast is a production of iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network.